Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Ocean County Virtual College Fair. Thank you so much for joining us. We are really excited you are here. Before we get started, we do have a few housekeeping items to note. The first one is if you have any questions at all, feel free to submit those through the Q&A button to type in your questions to the presenters at any time. They are there, ready and available to answer any questions throughout the presentations. Your camera and microphone are off. You are muted and your video is off. The panelists can't see or hear you. There are more sessions happening, so feel free to sign up for more college presentations being offered tonight where you registered for this one. And lastly, this recording will be available a week from today at strivescan.com/OCSCA. We are currently in session A1, where my mouse is circling at the moment. And this will also be the order of presentations for tonight. So without further ado, I'll get out of the way and introduce our first presenter from Albright College.
Hi, everyone. My name is Alexis. I'm from Albright College. I'm an admissions counselor. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys real quick. And I'm just going to run through a few things about our college. So a quick little overview about us. Albright was founded in 1856, and it's a small private liberal arts institution in Reading, Pennsylvania. So when you hear the word private, you might think expensive, but don't worry. Our college is one of the most affordable in the Northeast, so we do try to give scholarships and grants to our students very willingly. About 1,600 students are enrolled in our school, so like I said, pretty small. We have a 14-to-1 classroom ratio, so there's about 14 kids in a classroom with you, which makes learning really easy, and connections with professors are easier to make because of this. At our institution, we value inclusivity, equity, and our diverse community. So about 50% of the population of students here identify as non-white. So we definitely try to have a lot of clubs, organizations, and things for our global majority of students. We have over 50 majors, co-majors, and minors to choose from, which I'll go over here in the next 2 slides. So we have about 150 different combinations of majors and minors. So you can co-major here at Albright. Basically what that means is you take 2 fields of study and you major in both. And then at the end of your 4 years, you accept a degree in one of the fields of study. So for example, I was an alumni at Albright. I majored in business and fashion. So I did co-major for those 2. And then I took the degree in business. So I have a bachelor's of science. So you can definitely do that, or you can just choose to major in one thing or minor in one thing. So there's a bunch of different combinations you can do that with. But our most popular majors are in order: biology, business administration, psychology, education, and computer science. So we have a wide variety of very popular majors here for you. Some unique majors here is the fashion program. So we have fashion design and merchandising, and then music industry studies, and then game simulation and design. We also have pre-professional study programs. So we do offer education at our college, but we also are partnered with other universities such as Duquesne that offer a business pre-professional program. So you can get your master's in that. Some organizations and clubs. So we do have athletics here. We are Division III. So we don't offer scholarships, but we do offer, the athletic program. We have 24 varsity sports. We have men, women's, and co-ed sports. About 30% of our population is student athletes. So that's a pretty big chunk. We, as a student athlete alumni, I definitely found it pretty easy to manage my academics and my sport. So it's definitely manageable. If you'd like to learn more about that, or you're interested in being recruited in a specific sport, you can go to the Albright Athletics page, which I have right there, and fill out our student questionnaire. And that'll get sent to one of the coaches in the sport that you are interested in. And they can set up a recruitment trip where you can visit the school, stay with someone from the swim team, or whatever, sports team that you're into, and kind of get a feel for what it's like to be on campus as an athlete. Some more organizations and clubs we offer. We have about 90 or more clubs and organizations that we have here. Academic clubs, gaming clubs. We have our fashion club called Club Vogue. We have community service clubs, outdoors clubs. We have Greek life here at Albright. So we have 3 sororities, 3 fraternities, and 1 service fraternity. A lot of cultural clubs, such as the African American Society. And we also have a Divine Nine organization on campus as well. And then spiritual clubs, such as the Halal Club for our Jewish community or other Christian clubs as well. And if you want to contact us, feel free. I have all of our information here. We have a Facebook page. So if you're accepted as a student, you get put in a accepted students page. We also have an Instagram, a Twitter, a TikTok, which we do love to post videos with our mascot, the lion, in. And then we have our email here if you have any general questions about the admission process. And that's all I have for you guys.
Awesome, thank you. The next representative is from American Institute.
Hi, good afternoon, good evening, how are you doing? My name is Jamar Jefferson. I am the Assistant Director of Admissions at American Institute in Toms River. The programs that we provide are for adult education. They are career-related programs listed as such. Medical assisting, our medical assisting program, through that you will be trained and certified in areas of phlebotomy, EKG, ECG, medical billing and coding. A person leaving, a graduate, leaving that program would be considered a certified medical assistant, and that is a national certification. We also offer dental assisting. With our dental assisting program, it does include radiology. So our dental graduates will be eligible to receive an X-ray license. With that, you'll also be able to sit for your chairside still certification, as well infection control certification to be a certified dental assistant. We also offer massage therapy. With our massage therapy program, you will be trained and certified in different techniques of doing massage. And at the end of that program, you will be eligible to be a licensed massage therapist in the state of New Jersey. And we also offer an administrative office professional program. With this program, you will learn the ins and outs of being in an office environment and the different office procedures as far as building on your administrative skills and working with different Microsoft Office applications. A person graduating from this program has the ability to be a certified Microsoft Office specialist. And we also lastly offer a diagnostic medical sonography program. So for this program, you would be considered an ultrasound technician. The qualifications for this program are an associate's degree in an allied health study or a bachelor's degree, which can be in any study. The most important part about what we offer, I would say ultimately, is the career services. So at the end of said program, we have a department where their main job and focus is to help our graduates get a job when everything is said and done. So as far as putting together resumes, job interviewing skills, and actually setting up the job interviews is vital to what we do at American Institute. So if there are any questions,
Great, thank you. We really appreciate it. Just a
Thank
friendly reminder to submit any questions that you have into the Q&A. Our representatives are there to answer any questions that you have about the college application process or anything that comes to mind that you think would be helpful for a specific school. And it would also be helpful to include the name as well. So I'm excited to introduce our next representative from Brookdale Community College. You're on mute.
I was going to say, you would think I would be used to that by now. Sorry, everyone. So hello, I'm Shannon Deptula. I am one of the assistant directors of admissions here at Brookdale. I am also joined by Katie Shea. She is also an assistant director of admissions at Brookdale. and she will be assisting me later with the Q&A. So right now I will go ahead and share my screen. Okay, so again, everyone, welcome. This is for Brookdale Community College. So at Brookdale, we like to believe that here will get you there, and we really mean that. We really have something for everyone at Brookdale, whether that is coming to Brookdale to get your associate's degree and transfer on to a four-year school for a bachelor's and then even more, or going to Brookdale to earn an associate's degree in a career field and go right into the career field after. So Brookdale is the community college located in Monmouth County. We are an open enrollment institute serving more than 10,000 students annually. Usually at college fairs, we always find someone who has some type of connection to Brookdale, whether they know someone that goes there or they went there themselves. And we really pride ourselves on being very affordable and having so many opportunities to help students reach their goals. And most recently, Brookdale was ranked in the top 3% of all community colleges in the United States. So we are very proud of that. At Brookdale, we actually do have 6 locations. So our main location is in Lincroft, our main campus, and then we have higher ed centers located all throughout Monmouth County. So we have higher ed centers located in Neptune, Long Branch, Hazlitt, Wall, and Freehold. And then of course we are available online as well. The nice thing about having all of these campuses around Monmouth County is that you can kind of mix and match your schedule. So maybe you want to take some classes in the Lincroft campus and get that main campus experience. But maybe you work closer or live closer to Freehold or Hazlitt. You can always mix and match your schedule, maybe take a night class at Freehold if it's closer. And even if you're not taking classes at these other locations, they also offer the same services. So whether you need financial aid, advising, or even testing services, you can always pop in at one of these centers to use their services as well. So I mentioned that Brookdale definitely has something for everyone, and I did kind of briefly talk about our transfer programs versus career programs. We have transfer degree programs, which really prepare students for those first 2 years of your bachelor's degree. They would really mirror those first 2 years. You would be really focusing on those general education requirements. So then when you're ready, you can seamlessly transfer to a four-year school as a junior. So these would be all of our Associate of Arts, Associate of Science, and Associate of Fine Arts degrees. We have over 50 program degree choices for our transfer programs, with currently our most popular ones being business, education, architecture, psychology, political science, and criminal justice. And on the other spectrum, we have our career programs. So these are designed to prepare students to enter the workforce in an entry-level position or in a certain industry. And these would be all of our Associate of Applied Science degrees. We also have academic certificates, which are shorter and less credits than an associate degree. So students will take those sometimes to enhance a current degree that they have, maybe enhance some job skills, or really just getting their feet wet in the program before committing to a full associate degree. So we have over 40 program degree choices that will go right into the career field, with our most popular ones being the automotive program. And our automotive program has partnerships with Subaru University and Ray Katina, as well as GM. We have our culinary program, our health science programs, which include nursing, radiology, and respiratory therapy, and as well as business. So you may notice that business actually falls under both the transfer and career programs. And this is because we actually offer 2 separate associate degrees in business. Again, because we know our students have all different educational goals. Some may want a business degree that will then transfer on for a bachelor's or maybe even an MBA, or others may want a business degree and go right into that entry-level field. So again, we do have something for everybody. And again, we know a lot of our students come to Brookdale with hopes of transferring on to a four-year school after to earn their bachelor's degree. So we make that process very easy for you. We have very many resources for you. In fact, we have university partnerships with three universities that are actually reside on our campus. So the idea with our university partnerships is that you would attend Brookdale for your first 2 years, earn your associate's degree, and then you would be able to earn your bachelor's degree at Rutgers University, Georgian Court University, or New Jersey City University, while still remaining on a Brookdale campus. So Rutgers operates out of our Lincroft campus, Georgian Court University is out of Hazlitt, and New Jersey City University is out of Wall. It would be their professors, their tuition as well, but it would definitely be a nice convenience of remaining on a Brookdale campus and remaining in Monmouth County. We also have national transfer agreements and articulation agreements with schools all across the nation. We currently have over 50 different articulation agreements, and they are all listed on our website. And within the last few years, we've developed our 3+1 agreements that we have with Thomas Edison University, as well as Georgian Court University and Southern New Hampshire University, where you would actually be able to do 3 years, so up to 90 credits, and then transfer for the remaining 30 credits at your institution. And then Brookdale's is very affordable at $5,000 per year. We have open house on April 18th if you guys would love to join us in person, or if not, you can always take a virtual tour. The best way to contact us is at admissions@brookdalecc.edu. Thank you, and I look forward to your questions.
Very helpful information. Thank you. The next representative is from Caldwell University.
Hi guys, how's it going? My name is Patrick. I am from Caldwell University. I'm an undergraduate admissions counselor. I am a little new. This is my first time doing this on my own, so go easy on me. But I'll jump right into it. So these are our programs of study at Caldwell. Starting off, I'm not going to read all those, obviously, because there's a ton, but just some of our bigger ones, our business programs, criminal justice is growing, education, nursing and psychology are big. And one of our new ones is actually esports management. That's a pretty cool one that we've added as well. So why Caldwell? First of all, a little bit about us. We are a small private institution, smaller campus and smaller class sizes. That 13-to-1 student to faculty ratio really helps. And we're also, we focus a lot on affordability. That's our biggest thing, and we are a faith-based campus in a very scenic location, right in kind of North Jersey. We're on the train line or the bus line to the city. We're pretty close to kind of the pulse of the city, so to speak. The outcomes are another big thing we focus on at Caldwell. So 98% of our recent Caldwell graduates are either employed in a graduate school or participating in a service project. So that's huge for us. We're just, we're not only looking at your time at Caldwell, we're looking at beyond as well. So some of our internship placements, some of the connections that Caldwell has, we've had students go through or are currently going through internships with these companies. You can see them kind of listed out, Marvel, the Red Bulls in New York City for sport management majors, a lot of different places in and around the city and around New Jersey and beyond. We have a connection with the New Jersey State Police as well for criminal justice. So a lot of cool stuff going on with our internships. So part of our small campus and part of our feel, our personalized support is like in our academic success center, our tutoring, the advisement, our office of accessibility is a big one for students that may need a little bit of a boost in the classroom. And then, we have some study abroad programs and our career planning and development. So like I mentioned, those places that other students have worked already, you can get there with career planning or career development office. So in terms of tuition, you can see our tuitions listed for commuter and resident. Those are our sticker prices that we like to call them. So, they might seem scary at first, but there are a ton of ways to work together to kind of bring that down, make that affordable. So that link at the top, studentaid.gov, is a good way to kind of get a sense for affording college. We have our need-based grants, like our TAG grants and our Pell grants. Our merit-based scholarships, which is what you earn through your high school careers, your GPAs, things that you've done. We also have talent-based scholarships. Those are for like our music program, our art portfolio programs. You can kind of ask more about that with your counselors. Then we have certain programs of study have some grants. We are Division II athletics, so we do have athletic grants and any scholarships you can find outside of Caldwell as well. Every little bit helps. So this is a good way to kind of break down how you can make it more affordable. So this is another little breakdown of for our traditional incoming first year students, what range your GPA is at is those merit-based scholarships, kind of the top 3. And then like I was mentioning, the talent scholarships, our recognition award is based on what you do in high school. So community service, leadership experience. And then we also have our Catholic high school scholarship. So if you're graduating or matriculating from a Catholic high school, you get a scholarship there as well. Just an important note, we did switch to test optional this year. So those test optional applications are still considered at the same levels. We just base it off of the high school GPA. So the SAT or ACT are not required for that. And as I mentioned before, the athletics, we are Division II. We have 16 teams. You see them listed, men's and women's programs in the CACC conference. And then one of our new programs is actually not a Division II sport, at least just yet, but it's a club sport, but it's we play against other schools, a very competitive program, sprint football. So if you're under 190 pounds, you can be in the sprint football league, which is really cool. Coach is a really good guy. He's always working with us. So then our residence hall is just a quick breakdown. The 3 types that we have. We have Mother Joseph, which is more of your traditional double for first year students, kind of like you see in that top right corner, obviously with less people now considering everything going on. Dominican Hall is apartment style, kind of suite style for upperclassmen. And then Rosary Hall is traditional double style again, but it's got some quiet hours, some other kind of designations. Oops, I skipped ahead. So being on campus, just some little odds and ends, things about Caldwell's campus. There's free parking and first year students can have cars right away. Also free on-site laundry, a ton of community engagement events going on. I recently had a program with Tim and Marissa who run the events, everything that they've been able to do. Even now, with everything going on. And then unlimited meal swipes for our residents as well. So you pay for your meal plan and you get the swipes to our cafeteria. We also have a ton of clubs and organizations. You can see those listed. The best thing too about Caldwell is if you want to start a club, if you don't see a club that's like there, you just need 5 of your friends and then you can work with our student government to get that club off the ground. That's actually one of my colleagues in the picture, Amber, who started the Fashion Industry Association, which is really cool. So that's a club that's kind of student run there. This is what we've been doing during COVID. Obviously, we've been operating on a hybrid model with masks, social distance. If there are gatherings, they're limited, they're distanced. We have outdoor dining and a lot more cleaning and things. And then just a quick bit about our process. We do have rolling admission, so you can apply online or via the Common App. We don't have a typical student. We like to have some averages, but really, those apps get reviewed holistically. Then we have your essay, as well as 2 or more letters of recommendation. Real quick, just check us out on Instagram at Caldwell_admissions. It's a great way to stay up to date with us, have some scholarship opportunities, some fun stuff going on as well. And then connect with your counselors. I'm the counselor for Ocean County, so that's me at the bottom there. But you can talk to anybody in the office. This is just kind of a good way to reach us to get more information. So thank you guys for coming tonight and ask us any questions you have. So.
Great, thank you. And as was stated, if you have any questions at all, feel free to submit those through the Q&A, and everyone is there ready to help and answer questions. Our next presenter is from Castleton University.
Hi everyone, my name is Joe Zeitler. I'm the Assistant Director of Admissions here at Castleton University. I'm also a fellow Castleton alum. I review all New Jersey files and I've got 6 minutes to jam in everything about Castleton. So why don't we just go through this PowerPoint. So first and foremost, location. So we are literally located in the heart of the Green Mountains. We're only 5 minutes from the New York border. Across the border would be Lake George, New York. So about an hour and a half north of Albany, New York. We're 15 minutes away from Rutland, Vermont, which would be the 3rd largest city, and an hour and a half south of Burlington, Vermont. We're the 18th oldest university in the United States, Vermont's first higher ed institution. We pride ourselves on that front. In regards to size, for about 2,000 students, we offer a wealth of different programs to choose from, over 75 different programs. We recommend complementing your major with a minor. Small student-teacher ratios. The majority of professors I had at Castleton, I called them by a first name. So if I'll come to them, going up to them, if I have strong material, anything like that. Several pre-professional programs, cooperative degrees on that front too. Internships are huge. We have a very strong alumni network. Research, a big plug for that, is all of our research is invested into the undergraduate level to truly build up your resume to gain acceptance into graduate school. So we have individual research opportunities at the undergraduate level, several study abroad opportunities. Obviously with COVID-19, it's thrown a huge wrench into that, but hopefully things will get better in that regard. No matter what college you decide to go to, be as involved as you possibly can. The more involved you are within college, the better time you'll have at college. We offer over 50 clubs, organizations, over 65 performing arts events. All students that enroll in the Castleton get a free season ski pass to Pico. You can upgrade that for $250, and that covers all of Killington Resort. What's stellar about that is that also includes equipment rental and lessons. So if you just want to put on the skis, fall on your face 1,000 times down the mountain for the first time, you can definitely do that. We're also a residential campus, so the majority of our students do reside on campus. A couple of the benefits of being a first-year student. First and foremost, you can have a car as a first-year student. Another benefit is that we don't segregate first-year students when it comes to residence halls. So a lot of schools, when you're a first-year student, they put you in the most rundown dorm on campus, and they say, best of luck to you. You can upgrade thereafter. Castleton doesn't do that. Each of our residence halls has a 60-40 ratio, 60% upperclassmen and 40% first-year students. You get to choose whatever style residence hall you want to live in, and what parents appreciate is at the same price across the board. You can also live on campus all 4 years. If you're interested in being a varsity athlete, it's monumental to note that we offer over 28 varsity sports, and that's huge for a school of our size. We do have football, so that's another big sport here at Castleton. We offer club sports, intramurals on that front, and over 180 sporting events on our campus. I want to fly through the whole process in regards to applying. We are a common application school. Obviously, we'll need your transcript. SATs, ACTs are optional. We just extended that to 2022. Essay is going to be required, letter of recommendation, and those are some averages for a typical student that kind of comes in through our door. 81% receive financial aid, which consists of loans, grants, scholarships, or scholarships range from $1,000 all the way up to full tuition. And then lastly, a connection component to Castleton that we are Spartans.edu account. That's a special email address directly to our students. So if you have student life questions that you want to speak directly to one of our students, feel free to email that. One of our current students will respond back. And obviously that's our socials too. Another thing I want to tie you into is going to be a quick little video to wrap up my last 6 minutes so you guys can get a flavor of Castleton.
I think there's something really powerful about how long Castleton's been around as a university.
We're the 18th oldest college in the country, oldest college in Vermont. One might think that we would take a conservative approach. We've seen a huge improvement in our facilities for athletics. We can't just rest on our laurels. You look around campus, you see labs being renovated and built. We've had a $1 million+ in science lab renovation. We had a $500,000 renovation in our theater department. This is an incredible facility. You're again in a small town in rural Vermont, and we have one of the nicest theater facilities in the whole state.
I think we've done a really good job of sinking our roots into a bunch of different places, getting involved in Killington.
Our resort and hospitality management program, they're living and learning right on the mountain.
Getting involved in Bennington.
Those programs represent an opportunity to expand our nursing program to serve more Vermonters. Our students are those people, are those scientists, are those doctors in the field, and they're changing the world. We compete really well academically. Our students represent us well, they represent themselves well. Students who care about their academics and their achievements and their GPA.
Okay, so that's where I'm going to wrap up. Kind of a teaser video for you. I do want to drive you to the website. We've got a great virtual tour of our campus. We have just extended opportunities to visit our campus with COVID restrictions. So make sure to follow those details on our website and properly register for a campus visit. Thank you for your time and have a nice night.
Great, thank you. Our last representative, but certainly not least, is from DeSales University.
Everyone, that's right. Certainly not least. Save the best for last, right? Now, I'm joking. All of these schools are definitely great options for you all, and I'm glad you're exploring with us tonight. So hi, everyone. My name is Brendan Graham. I'm an admissions counselor at DeSales University up in Center Valley, Pennsylvania. We're a really small liberal arts institution, so maybe you haven't heard of us, which is okay. I'm also a recent alum, so I graduated in 2019, and I'm back to tell you about how much I love my time at DeSales. Just to kind of start off with our motto, be who you are and be that well, really kind of exhibits who we are here on campus, that we're an open community and we don't care where you're coming from or what creed you are, what race you are. We want you to come be yourself, and we're going to celebrate those differences. And then DeSales is a place where you're going to grow academically, of course. That's the whole point of going to college, getting a degree, get a good job, be successful. But then we want you to grow professionally as well as personally too. A little bit about our faculty. We have 1,700 full-time traditional day students, and those represented from all different, over half the nation, 5 different countries represented. Next year, potentially, we might have a student from Hawaii, which will be really cool. And we usually sway around 60-40 female-male ratio. Zooming in a little bit closer in terms of where we are in the Mid-Atlantic region. So again, we're in Center Valley, Pennsylvania, which is right by Allentown, which is about 15 minutes down the road. A good spot on the map that I tell students is Dorney Park. So if you've ever been to the amusement park that has Snoopy as the mascot, we're right by there. We're also not too far from Bethlehem, which is a historic city. And we're only about an hour from Philadelphia, 3 hours north of DC, and 2 hours south of New York City, and not too far from where you're at in Ocean County. So even if you wanted to run home, we're about maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours from home. So if you want to get to the Jersey Shore and get back home, it's not a bad drive at all. We do have study abroad opportunities. I'm not going to cover all of these, but just wanted to let you know if you're thinking about it, it's definitely convenient to do so at DeSales. Our average class size is around 20 students. We have free peer professional tutoring on campus for all students for all classes. We also have a great student-faculty ratio in the terms of you're going to get to know your faculty members inside and outside the classrooms, and vice versa. They're going to get to know you. So they're going to know your goals. They're going to know what classes you need to take next semester. And they're all full-time faculty members. We don't have any teaching assistants on campus. So the full-time faculty members have, put their effort and their time and their money into getting their degree to make sure that they're prepared to teach you. The faculty truly are passionate about making sure that you're successful. Being a liberal arts institution does mean we have a lot of different options for students. We're most well known for our healthcare for sure, so our nursing program, and then we have an accelerated physician's assistant program as well as an accelerated doctorate of physical therapy. But we also are known for our business division, which has over 10 different majors like accounting, marketing, management, so on and so forth. And then our performing arts as well with TV, film, theater, and dance. And then we do have an exploratory studies program for those who are maybe undecided or unsure about what you want to do, or maybe you have a lot of different interests. That's totally okay. We have a structured program for you to come in. If you still like the feel of campus and still like DeSales, we're going to help you choose a major throughout your first 2 years. You're not left on your own. We do have an upcoming open house, so April 24th, if you want to sign up for that, you can do so on our website. You can meet with faculty, hear from current students. And our Career Center, I feel, goes above and beyond. They truly do care about the students, again, on a personal level, and they want to get you a job where you're going to wake up every day and say, I get to go to work, not I have to go to work. They want you, again, to be successful and get that degree and make money, but also you got to like what you're doing as well. Here's a picture from our orientation of the class of 2022. Orientation at DeSales is entirely freshmen. The first 3 days you're on campus and you're not going to classes, but you're going to fun events like field day activities, keynote speakers, talent shows. You're meeting new people inside and outside of your major. So we really help students kind of get adjusted to college life the first 3 days you're here, rather than just kind of throwing you out there and letting you fend for yourself. A little bit about living on campus. It's guaranteed all 4 years. We do have suite style residence halls, which means there's 2 people on one side, bathroom in the middle, and 2 people on the other. We also have apartment style living for upperclassmen. We have a housekeeping service that comes in no matter where you live on campus, as long as you're on campus. Our cleaning staff will come in every 7 to 10 days and help you out there. Full-time police force. We're a very safe campus, and freshmen can bring a car. I'm going to skip over this next slide because it's a video. In terms of athletics, we're Division III in the MAC Freedom Conference and 20 varsity sports. And esports is our only co-ed sport. Talk a little bit about applying. It's a very, very simple process. We take the Common App or our DeSales application. We are going to most likely be optional for the fall of 2022 as well. So we'll need your 2 letters of recommendation, high school transcript, and then we'll make a decision for you from there. There's some certain requirements for specific majors, but that's something where you can get in touch with us and we can make sure that you're meeting those requirements and that you know what benchmarks you have to hit. Now we are private, so here's our cost. Actually, it's a little bit higher this year, around $54,000, but excuse me. But we do give a lot of aid out. So there's merit scholarships, there's Catholic Schools Grant, there's a tuition incentive program, and then you can get things from the FAFSA as well. So make sure you file that FAFSA October 1st when it opens up next year. And our application opens up August 1st each year. There's like crazy statistics. It's like over 90% of DeSales students receive some type of financial aid from us. So definitely a good opportunity. And then we do have another character and leadership scholarship, which is a full tuition scholarship opportunity for 4 years. Again, August 1st is when we open. October 1st, file that FAFSA. There's an application deadline for some majors. And here is our student run motto. Every day is a great day to be a Bulldog. Here's our general admissions office email. Also down here is our Instagram. Follow us to kind of see what's going on at DeSales. Once you follow one Instagram account, you'll be bombarded with what else is going on at DeSales. But it's a great place. I'm going to actually be the counselor for Ocean County. So any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. We do have some time left, and so we're going to go ahead and pivot into our Q&A portion of the webinar. And so if I can ask all our presenters at this time to turn on their cameras, unmute themselves, and we'll go ahead and start with our first question, which is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? Again, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And we'll go ahead and start in the order in which you all presented in.
I would say the best advice I'd give you is to definitely choose a place for you, not for anyone else, but for you, and a place that can kind of challenge you and get you out of your comfort zone a little. I came from Texas to Albright, so Albright's in Pennsylvania. So I definitely think it was one of the best decisions I made, and it was a good experience, and it definitely challenged me in ways that I never had been challenged before and grew me as a person. So definitely pick a place for you and a place that will challenge you.
I don't want to still the same answer, but I would say, definitely you want to pick a place that, fits, what you're trying to do. You want your experience to be personable. You don't want to end up being just another number. So you definitely want to make sure that, wherever you do choose to go, that it's family oriented and, you're going to be treated as such. So that would be what I would say, is just make sure that your experience is, personable.
I would say, I know it's very hard in this environment, but definitely try to do as many campus tours as possible, even virtual tours. And then, of course, I'm going to, because we're a community college, if you are looking to save money, the best option is to start at a community college and then transfer to one of these awesome 4 schools here to save money.
Yeah, I actually I might be feeding into the community college a little bit, but I would say one of the funny things that you don't always hear a lot is that, the first place you pick might not always be the right place. That's just how it goes. Things always change. So definitely just being open to different experiences, kind of finding what's right for you, like they've said before, but not being afraid to, change majors or even change schools. It can be a tough process, but I mean, it's something that can be done. My sister went to 3 different colleges, so it's something that happens. But yeah, just keep an open mind, keep working towards what's best for you at the time, and just know that things might change.
My piece of advice is definitely going to be to take a deep breath. This whole process can be very overwhelming, especially for parents, whether it's your first child or 5th child. Things drastically change with the college application process year to year. So make sure to take a deep breath, digest the information, don't feel rushed. And one of the best things about our position here within these universities is working closely with you. So we're only a phone call away.
Yeah, kind of building off of that, what Joe kind of ended with, get to know your admissions counselors. That's something that I didn't do throughout my admissions process, and I kind of regret it. But, we're here, we're in this job, we love doing it. So reach out to us, get to know us. We want to get to know you personally. And honestly, it can only help you. It can't hurt you when you're meeting admissions counselors and kind of learning a little bit more about them in the school. So reach out, stay in touch. Don't just get in touch, but stay in touch.
All great advice. Thank you all for sharing. It's really always helpful to hear directly from those who are working in the school and in the college and university who can offer advice to those who are going through the college search process. The next question is, what is your favorite event or tradition on campus?
So I'd have to say at Albright, like I said, I was an alumni, so I've been to all kinds of events, but my favorite would have to be block party. We bring in a bunch of like food vending trucks, a rock wall, a zip line. They even brought in a vendor that like you can make your own aquarium. So that's just a really fun event. Everyone's outside on Science Field, having a good time, eating good food. So I would have to say that one's my favorite.
Well, we are a career school, so we're not like a traditional college or university, even a community college. But as far as traditions go, there is one in particular that I think would probably be my favorite. It's called a pinning ceremony. So when our medical assistants and our dental assistants go off into externship, because that is included in the program, our working externs, we have this little ceremony where they invite their friends and family. Obviously, we weren't able to do it this past year, but they invite their friends and their family in, and it's a little event. There's just food and everything, but they get to stand up in front of the class and they get a little pin on their scrub uniform, and the teacher says something nice and has a few words to say and allows the student actually to address the class and the friends and the family. So that was a pretty good event that we did traditionally. So I would say that's probably my favorite.
My favorite event on campus is actually graduation, especially being a two-year school. It's nice to see those kids that you were just with 2 years ago while they were high school seniors, and now you're watching them graduate, and they tell you all of the amazing schools that they're going to or the plans that they have. It really is probably my favorite event that we host on campus. But our student life and activities is constantly hosting events every week. Our spring fling is very awesome, sounds very similar to Albright, where we have a bunch of food trucks, we have blow up things, DJs, a bunch of things going on. But definitely graduation is my favorite.
As I mentioned, I'm a little bit new to Caldwell, but I've got to see a few things. Actually, today is our Founders Day of all things, so there's a couple of different events. Like they'll bring a food truck on campus, just anything that kind of brings everybody out, brings everybody together, especially now it's been tough. I know we have a big diverse international presence as well, so a lot of our clubs will put on events. I know we celebrate like Tehar, things like that are really cool. Anytime they give you free food, it's kind of a blast, so.
So mine would probably be homecoming weekend, primarily because football is huge at Castleton, the tailgating lots, big crowds. You see the alums come out of the woodwork on that front. Like I said before, we're the 18th oldest university in the nation. So for the past 230 years, we have a famous candle lighting ceremony for all of our students the day before class, where they walk through our alumni gates into the university. And also at graduation, they walk through those alumni gates again the night before graduation.
My favorite tradition on DeSales campus is actually called Ducksgiving. So our main cafeteria is called the DeSales University Center, so DUC. So we call it Ducksgiving. It's when the whole university comes out, whether you're a commuter, you're a resident, you're a teacher, a staff member. It's a free dinner. We set up 2 long buffet tables in the cafeteria. There's a live band. There's a dance floor. Everyone gets together. They're kind of getting in the holiday spirit. So it's just a really kind of a cool night that really highlights the community aspect of DeSales, and free food. Like Patrick said, you can't beat it. So.
Okay, we do have, excuse me, we do have like a little bit of more amount of time. And so we'll see if we can get through this last question pretty quickly. So we'll do this one rapid fire, but the last question is, give an interesting or fun fact about your school.
All right, I'll go quick. On your birthday, you get ponded. So just be careful who you tell your birthday to, because they'll like throw you in our pond that we have on campus.
Wow. Okay. Well, we definitely don't have any ponds. Interesting or fun fact. Wow, kind of put on the spot there. Well, I mean, we actually have a lot of different contests like Halloween. There's always a, best costume contest. Christmas, we have a, best door contest. So the classrooms get to decorate their doors. So, we always have little contests and things like that to kind of, stay in the spirit of things and, enjoy the holidays. So.
A fun fact is that Brookdale was designated as a National Center of Academic Excellence in Cyber Defense Education by the NSA and Department of Homeland Security through 2024.
Sticking with the trend of, I guess, birthdays, a lot of times if you see a tour going around, sometimes people will jokingly say to the tour guide, happy birthday, even when it's not their birthday, to try and disrupt the tour. So I guess it doesn't matter who you tell your birthday to, because they'll say it's your birthday anyway.
So I'm not sure it's a fun fact, it's an odd fact. So we actually were the United States' first medical college back in the heyday before it was the state of Vermont. So we actually have that original facility, and it has been featured in Ghost Hunters since it is haunted. Not to scare you guys, but really, really odd / interesting fact.
I think the fun fact for us would be like, we actually have a full disc golf course on our campus. Something really unique. Not a lot of colleges have it, but yeah, where people from the community come out and play and students come out and play. And it's actually a class that we have on campus too.
Awesome. Thank you all to our presenters. That was really quick, so I appreciate it. I always love hearing about the different traditions and events on campus and just the interesting fun facts about each school. That's what makes it unique, right? So thank you. And thank you all for joining us. We really appreciate you being here. As we close, we do have a very quick 4-question survey that will appear on your browser. If you can take a moment to fill that out, it'll be greatly appreciated. And there are more sessions happening. So feel free to sign up for more sessions where you registered for this one. And lastly, this recording will be available a week from today at strivescan.com/OCSCA. Thank you and have a great night.